Hey everybody, my name is Mr Pokephile and welcome to the Pro Forge League show. This week we're going to take a look at some chickens, we're going to build some chickens, and we're going to have some chicken pie, or chicken nuggets, or chicken burgers, or chicken fingers, or chicken. Alright, so the map we're checking out is called MLG Bissell, made by XL Sins XL. It's a pretty good MLG map. I haven't actually played too much MLG in my time. I mean, I did a bit on Halo 3, but nothing was serious. But however, it doesn't take an MLG expert to know that this map is a really good map. It's above a lot of the competition when it comes to this type of forging. And I actually really enjoyed playing on this. And normally I'm not a big, like I said, normally not really a big competitive player. But for me, this map just turned out really great, and I really liked it. As you can see, the architecture itself on the map, everything is built very nicely. The different walls and different textures he used, he's made sure that all of them kind of interweave, is that a word? They kind of all interlock. Okay, well, I don't even know, I'm trying to go for, they all weave, like it's like a big quilt. Picture a nice quilt that he is woven using the various textures of the blocks to make a beautiful quilt that you could, you can bundle up with and sit next to a fire and drink some cocoa and, why did I say cocoa? You can drink some hot chocolate. Nonetheless, you guys are watching me get my ass kicked right now. And I actually, when I was recording this, I was thinking, well, you know what? This is going to be one of the first games that I actually do decent in. But figure, as soon as I press the record button on Theater, I choose the clip or the clips kind of, where I just get my ass handed to me every single time. But towards the end of the match, I actually do pretty good. I end up getting like second or first on our team. I know we only have 3 people, but that was good for me. I got a lot more than last place. So let's actually do a little bit of a fly around so you guys can see what this map has to offer. It's a based map, it's symmetrical, so you can see that there are different bases on the map, obviously. One base is over here, which is red, and directly across the map on the, well, it flew into a wall there, directly on the other side of the map, you have blue base here, and I'm sorry for these shaky camera movements. It's kind of a bit difficult. For some reason, I have my sensitivity on high for filming. I don't normally do that. Nonetheless, though, the various kind of architecture on the map itself is very nice. You can see right here, just in the middle, he's on this slanted up roof. It looks good. He told me to give a bit of credit to Death by Dogs for actually helping out with the symmetricality of the map. So I will do so. So good job, Sins and Death by Dogs. This is a excellent Team Slayer map. I know you guys wanted to see some more competitive stuff. So you know what? Here you go. Here is some nice competitiveness that you can play around with. We did 3v3, worked out really well. I strongly recommend doing 3v3, 4v4, and giving it a download, guys. Alright, so the PFL featured map is called Peter MX by Zinchu, the evil Zinchu. Now this is an MX racetrack. Now, I was never too big on racetrack maps. I mean, I made one that no one will ever see. It wasn't the best, but it was clean. Nonetheless, this is a racetrack map built by the evil Zinchu. It's an MX, so lots of jumps and all that goodies, all those goodies. Nonetheless, this map is very fun to play on. You're constantly airborne, you're constantly getting bumped up, jumped up, pumped up. What am I saying? Anyways, though, you can see that there's a lot of very nice jumps on this map, and they're all very smooth, and I strongly recommend that if you're going to go on this map, you have a little bit of idea of what you're going to do, or a little bit of an idea of how to drive, because there's a lot of jumps that you need to, land on perfectly, otherwise the 2 people who are in the game will just destroy you. And as you can see right here, I'm taking a bit of a joyride right down here, and I'm going to end up, in the water. I throw a grenade at my mongoose. I'm wondering what's going on. I get on my mongoose, and then I decide I'm going to drive it into the ocean and join the whales. Since I am kind of an elite, they kind of look like a whale, but they don't. They don't at all. So as soon as I jump back in right here, you can see he gives you an offer of 3 different jumps, and that's kind of a central theme throughout this map. You get a lot of choice in the path you want to go. You can take jumps, you don't. Well, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I mean, you're playing an MX track, so you're going to probably want to take those jumps. And one of the best parts of this map is you can see I didn't know what I was doing here, is that chicken right there. God, I love that chicken. So you go right around this corner right here. He's got a lot of these very nice berms that did a really good job on. Like I said, everything is very smooth, and I wanted to try to pop the chicken on the head there, and I do. I just give him a little pat on the head. That's the idea on this map, is you're petting the chicken you're, you're petting your chicken. So you're gonna hit this jump right here, and you can see, again, like I said before, there's a lot of different paths you can actually take. Personally, I like going over the jumps. I just like being popped up like this. So you can do a little jump right there, here. Everything's very smooth. That was the idea of this map, I'm guessing, is to keep everything as smooth as possible. And he did a very good job with that. There's a couple little bumpy parts, but I mean, they're part of the map. And there you can see Zinchu just being his evil magic, trying to knock me out of the race. But we don't stand for Zinchu anymore. So you go around this corner right here, and I'm going to show you guys just until the end of this lap, just to give you guys another idea, because I think I did a little bit of a better job this time around. And you can see there's another chicken right there in the crates. What are the chickens doing on this map? What are they up to? So far on PFL, we featured a chicken, and we've also featured a seal, or a penguin, sorry, a penguin. What are we saying? Are we hinting about something? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's just Zinchu's evil magic! And Civilian almost crushed me. That actually scared me there. So guys, give it a download. Link's obviously going to be in the description of this video. But this has been Peter MX by Zinchu.
Checkpoint reached. Checkpoint reached.
Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is you're going to go over to structures and get kind of a little bit of a platform for your chicken. I mean, you can put them in the ground, but personally, my preference is for chickens. I like them kind of on like statues, like in the middle of your map. Now, I don't really know what you can use this chicken for. I mean, use your imagination. I'm sure there is plenty of opportunities where a chicken would be more than useful in a map. Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to go over to gadgets, and you want to go over to toys, and you want to go over to grab some balls. Yep, it's gonna be one of those tutorials. Okay, so you're gonna want to raise your balls up a little bit high. I'm using a golf ball. Any other type of ball won't work, or it will look weird. And I've got mine just a bit off the ground. Then you're gonna go over to what is it in? I just can't think today, guys. I don't know why. You want to go over to gadgets, or no. You're going to go to objectives. There we go. And you're going to go to flag stand. And then you're going to start building legs. Now, I've never, ever been good with building legs. I don't know what it is. It's just something always goes wrong when I'm building legs. Or not even building legs. There hasn't really been a circumstance where I've built legs before. I mean, just legs in general have never been my forte. I've never been able to draw them when I was a kid. I just remember legs have always been a big pain. So what I'm doing here now, though, is I'm just going to kind of make this a straight leg, like he's just straight into the ground. I know this doesn't really give too much character about his legs, but you know what? We're going to raise the ball up too. But you know what? His legs are... This one's a very nice leg. It hasn't been damaged yet, because everyone knows what happens to chickens in actualness. They don't get eaten. They're actually used as various objects for building ladders. Actually, chickens are the #1 source of ladders in America. I bet you guys didn't know that. You learn everything. You learn something every day when you're watching PFL videos. So I'm doing one straight leg, and I'm gonna do one that's kind of like he's kicking, like he's doing a dance move. He's doing a dance for chickens, maybe like a chicken boogie, some sort of dance for chickens. That's what he's doing here, because his name is actually General Squawkums. General Squawkums is actually a very well-known chicken general, and we're doing a statue because we're going to be building a map around him. No, we're not. But General Squawkums is the name of the game here. Let me go over to, after you get the legs done, you're going to want to go ahead and go over to scenery, which is under right here, scenery, and you're going to go over to sandbags, and you're going to want to kind of start building up his feet. Now, maybe we can use end caps for this part. Yeah, we'll use some end caps, and these are going to be his feet. Now, they're not going to be too far. Like, this one's just going to be slightly into the ground, while the other one is actually going to come up a little bit more than that one, and it's going to be kind of like on an angle maybe. This is a bit big for it, but you can see he's standing here like that, and that kind of gives you an idea. That kind of looks like an oversized foot, right? Good, because this is a cartoon chicken. Well, this is actually a very weird chicken, but nonetheless, let's go over to again back into objectives, and you're going to go ahead and grab a flag stand again, and we're going to start building his arms. Now, his arms I normally go with about 5, but that's kind of really up to you. It's how far you want them. This one on the right here is just going to be kind of coming down. That's his arm plant right there. It's coming out like that, and then we're going to kind of start building it up on an angle coming down. He's going to be not holding anything in this hand. The other hand, he's actually going to be holding something in. And I mean, you can use really anything in his hands. Maybe we'll put like something funny in both of his hands. Maybe we'll do that. Who knows exactly what we'll do. We're going to flip that around too, so he's got a little bit more character. Like that. I feel like I'm teaching like a drawing tutorial on how to draw a chicken, except I couldn't draw a chicken. I couldn't draw anything. Maybe Civilian could. He's good at drawing. But we're going to raise this up right here. And now you can see his arms kind of starting to look a little bit wonky. That's because I'm using 45-degree angles. You don't have to do that. I'm turning them off just because, you know. Yeah, you know. And so his arm's going to kind of start coming out and extending right here. This is kind of looking like a Bomberman right now. Wait, as soon as we start giving him a little bit more character, like helmets and whatnot, or not a helmet, you know what I mean, his head, he'll start looking more like a chicken. Right now, it looks like a walking, talking golf ball. He's a goofy guy, and his hand's gonna come all the way down like this, and what's gonna be in this hand? Nothing yet. And then we're gonna go over to the other side, and we're gonna give him another hand right here, and we're gonna make this one kind of his like scepter, like he's standing tall and he's teaching the new world order. What am I saying? This is a chicken we're talking about here. We're gonna start putting this part right here and coming out. I think this arm's gonna be a little bit shorter, or maybe it's gonna be, I don't know. It's gonna be have a little bit more uniform than the other one. And we're gonna kind of keep extending this out just a bit more. We're at 3 right now. We're probably gonna go 1 more. We're not gonna go 5 on this one because it's not so low, but it's gonna kind of come out on an angle like this. Because if you're holding a kind of a staff or something, it's going to the right. Now we have our option of what weapons we're going to use. I mean, I'm going to get rid of that loop. I'm going to get rid of that loop again. We can use different weapons. It's really up to you. You don't even have to use a weapon technically. I think I am going to use a weapon though, and I'm going to use a gravity hammer as well because it just works really well. It's got a lot of that kind of texture. And again, you're going to want to make sure that this gravity hammer is set to phased as well because you know, and I mean it's gonna be kind of difficult because people might be able to pick this up in your map, so I don't really know how to get around that. Look at that, he's waving his gravity hammer in pride. Okay, so the next part, you're gonna want to go ahead and grab some sandbags again. So you go into obviously scenery, as you guys know, then you go all the way down to sandbags, and this part where it's kind of starts getting a little bit tricky. I'm gonna grab a turret wall, and this is gonna be used for his neck, and we're gonna kind of sink it on an angle like this, and turn it upside down so it's got a little bit better of a kind of gobbler, if that's what a chicken's neck is called. It's called the gobbler. That kind of gives us a problem because it's going to be coming out. That's going to be his tail right there. And it's kind of trying to center that and it's lower just a bit. And that gives you kind of a nice looking sloop right there. And then we're going to grab a end cap, I believe, like this. Yep. And we're going to turn that like that. And that's starting to give us that chicken kind of appearance. And then you're going to go ahead and grab a street cone in our scenery as well. And you're going to turn that on an angle, make sure that's set to phased, switch it over and up like that, and this is going to be his beak, and we're going to have a bit of a problem here. We're going to have to set that down for a second, raise that back up like that. Jesus is one of those instances where the actual non-mergeable object needs to go in first, and we're going to set that right about there, and then we're going to make sure that's centered, and we're going to lower the beak back in, and that gives us a nice little beak like that, and that looks good. Actually, maybe the beak can come over and to the right just a bit like this, come to the right a bit, and come out a bit more because it is a beak. It needs to be long, right? So we're gonna lower this back in, and that didn't make it yet either, so we're gonna slide that back just a bit, just like this, and it's good about there, hopefully. And that's still not far enough. I mean, that technically would work, but let's make it nice. All right, let's make it very nice. So we're going to slide that back into the right just a bit more. So hopefully it's connected, and then we're going to lower this back in right there. And you can see the cones kind of popping out, but I think that's okay. That'll be okay. So then what we're going to do is actually we're going to raise this up just a bit, get more chickeny. And then the cones womps out of there. Maybe I'll use 2. Yeah, I'm going to use 2 end caps. Maybe I won't. Maybe let's keep it with 1. I'll slide it back over like that. There we go. And then what the last thing you're going to do is you're going to go back into objectives. You want to go back to flag stands. This requires quite a bit of flag stands. And then you're going to make some eyes for this guy right here because he is a chicken and needs to look around. And you can see he's starting to look pretty funny. I love this chicken. I love them already. And again, like I said, you can use this on a lot of different types of maps. You can use this. Let's make them all all weird looking, like he's looking in two different directions. I mean, like I said, guys, you can use this on a lot of different types of maps. He's like a little conqueror chicken. It's so funny. You could maybe have it so that you ride them, you stand on them, nice and proud. I don't know. It's up to you guys. There's a lot of different opportunities for using a chicken. So from the winner for featured forger, or not featured forger, featured or the forging challenge of the week is Dunez. I can never Dunes. I can never pronounce names properly. Nonetheless, he has done a fantastic job of building some Halo vehicles. Right here, you can see he's done a very, very, very nice elephant. Now, when I say elephant, if you don't know what an elephant is, shame on you. You can see he's built it very nicely. Everything looks really good on it. I mean, this is a very, very nice looking elephant. I haven't really seen too many other elephants in Halo Reach, but I was very happy with the way this one looked. And also you can see he's got, I believe this is a flying, is it a Covenant ship? I apologize, guys. You guys probably know the name. I don't really, I follow the Halo kind of, is that a no, it's not a Phantom, is it? Maybe? I don't know. Nonetheless, I really like it. I thought it was a pelican at first, but I think it looks really good. And I was really drawn into the smaller of the two. The elephant down here looks really good. So the new forging challenge of the week, you guys must incorporate that chicken somehow on a map and submit it to us. I want to see those chickens doing funny things. Funniest map wins. Doing funny chicken-like things. If you guys don't know how to submit to the challenge of the week, all you need to do is tag your map PFLFC, and we'll check it out. Make sure you get those chickens doing funny things. Like, I want to see those chickens riding like bicycles. You know, things chickens don't do. I want to see chickens. I like chickens. Alright, so the clip of the week comes in from Pinkish Object, and it's a pretty funny clip. It takes place on Brine. It's basically him stopping everyone from getting the core capture. He goes on a little bit of a rampage here, and you can see he's just putting Civilian and all the other elites to their end. But nonetheless, guys, check out the TheProForgeLeague. Give us a subscribe, like this video, post a comment what you think. Sorry for the long one this week. There's just a lot of stuff I want to cover. That Forge tutorial really took a lot of time. Nonetheless, guys, I thank you very much for checking this out. Like I said before, subscribe, comment on this video, like it, please like it. We really like the likes, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much.